remember one number, 2,000%. It's a big one. But first, this boat is dredging, scraping mud off the bottom here to get barges moving through again at some point. I should be underwater. If you look over here, these smaller boats have floated down with the water level. They're now stuck in the mud. And look how tall these pilings are. The muddy red rust-colored part is where the water should be. This is all because parts north, like in the Ohio River Valley, haven't had enough rain, and they feed the Mississippi. As a result, thousands of barges have gotten stuck in sand. The water level near Memphis hit an all-time low this week. And tonight, all southbound boat traffic about 80 miles north of New Orleans is going to be stopped for 12 hours. It's incredible. It's having a huge impact on commodities, especially agriculture, where it's harvest time and nearly half the grain exported out of the U.S. comes down this river. Grain elevators are backed up. The cost of shipping has skyrocketed. And here's that number I told you about. Barge rates are now 2,000% above benchmark. It has never been like that. But even if you do get your product on a ship and it doesn't get stuck, you're still going to have to wait.
It really has an impact in two areas. Number one, channel depth, and number two, channel width. So you can't get as much freight per vessel out of concern that it might ground. And of course, with channel width being restricted, you can't get as many barges all connected together to move as one single unit down to export terminals near New Orleans.
So you can see what's happening with soybean futures on the cash market. They have been coming down a bit. So what does this mean for you? Well, these grain exports were supposed to help make up for what's happening in Ukraine. And so the mess here could keep global food prices high. But if farmers can't export their grain and they don't have enough storage for it, they'll have to find a domestic market for it ASAP. Could be good for domestic food prices, which would be nice, unless you're a farmer. Back to you.
Jane,
This video I'm about to do, this goes out to the educated people that go to school to get all these degrees, and I'm educated in this, and I'm educated in that, and I'm educated, which is fine. But a lot of things that we are not educated in is growing our own food. I was always told that this was gonna happen. Everybody went to school for a lot of stuff, but about 80 to 85% of us did not go to school or to go to some type of training to grow your own food or to know how to turn salt water into fresh water if anything was to happen. And this is what I'm looking into right now. I'm looking into this right now to get some type of a training. You can educate yourself all day long, which is fine. But being educated and have a degree in psychology and all this stuff y'all going to school for is not going to get us out of a situation if we need to eat. Your stomach needs to be filled. Your kid's stomach needs to be filled. So what we need to start doing is educating ourselves and going to different places, going to survival classes to learn how to grow our own food, knowing what seed to use, soil, how to maintain your animals, if you need to slaughter them and to eat them, and learning how to turn dirty water and salt water into fresh water. So all these degrees that everybody has and brags about, it's not going to get us out of a situation. You see what I just showed you? This is the Mississippi, and those are food barges that can't get to different stores. Now, what happens if they can't get no foods into these stores? Is your college educated degree going to get you out of a situation where you can't eat now? Is it going to do that? It's good to be educated. No question. You're supposed to be. That's life. But it's a lot of stuff that we don't know how to do, that we're supposed to do. And this goes out to the women in the United States of America, the ones that disrespect the women over there in other countries. One thing I can say about them, they may be poor, but they know how to farm. They know how to grow food. They know how to contain clean water. They know how to do these things. But people here don't. A lot of people here don't. So it's our job, because I'm going to find a place. They do have survival school training courses where you can take. But we need to do this. They showing this stuff on local television in Mississippi, but they're not saying it on the news out here. All education in the world, every degree you have, if you starving, it's not going to get you out of this situation. We have to be educated in this. Nobody's really telling us that they always told us back in the day, we need to start learning how to grow your own food. The people from the South, they did it. Now you got people from the North, like New York and Connecticut and all that, starting to do it. I know upstate New York, they do it. So all these educated degrees, that's cool. But if we're not educated on this, we will starve out here. Like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. We need to get it together. Peace.